Hey there, Flosstube. I'm just doing a quick video on my Taj Mahal progress. I'm very happy with how it's coming. I'm working on these two Tajes in tandem because once I finish them, I will be like, I'm halfway done. I'll actually be beyond halfway done, you know, because really halfway point is through here. So I'm already a little bit past it, but it just will, you know, I'll just feel officially halfway done once I get those finished. And then I'll just have to do the corners and this last Taj down here. So that's nice. A few changes I made, and I just kind of wanted to document these. Like, I don't even know if I'll share this video. I'm just kind of rambling to myself. And I did finish finally all of these woven Scotch stitches. I was holding off on them, but the spaces that they left were bugging me. I've got a bird on my shoulder if you hear any fluttering. So I finally decided just to do it. But here's what I changed. These, I changed the color of them. They were supposed to be done in this color. But there's a lot of this color. Like these, well, okay, first there's this color, and then there's this color. These are two different colors. I know you can like barely tell. This one's just a teeny weeny bit lighter. This color is in the arches. And then this color was supposed to do this. And I can't remember which one these are. I'm thinking maybe it was this one. These road stitches that are here in the corners. And I just thought, I don't want to drown this in Pepto-Bismol. So I did that, and I kept eyeing this color that's in the arches of the Taj, and I really like it because it's this bold kind of saffron and it's got some mauviness to it. And when I started looking at the chart, really that's the only spot where it is. And so I thought, well, why not? So I punched the oranginess up, and I really like it. Now let's go to the actual Scotch stitches. Things I wish I had done, but it does not bother me enough that I think I'm going to do anything about it. I don't think I am. So you'll see I started up here, and along this way I pretty much used the whole cut that I had, and as you can see, that cut was mostly bright orange and a dull gold. There wasn't a whole lot of the mauve. I'm going to move my bird because my fingers are getting nibbled on. There we go. So, and then I got to this point and I had to cut another piece. Well, that's when the pink started creeping in. So what I wish I had done is I wish I had cut those two at the beginning. Used a strand of this and then switched to a strand of this. I think the colors would have been a little bit more even. I don't hate how it turned out, so I'm not going to do anything about it. Another thing is the direction of the stitching. Now, this was a bit tricky because the chart... let me see if there's a part I can show you. It won't expose too much. So on the chart for this stitch, I don't know if you can see that, but it shows it very wide. And on the directions, it, you know, that one I just showed you, it was over 2 threads. The actual directions, though, was over 1 thread, and you just skip like the first corner section. And I had thought the woven Scotch stitch was an actual like woven deal, which that's what it kind of looked like in the thing that I just showed you. It showed pretty much the same amount of threads going, you know, horizontal to vertical. So I thought it was going to be woven. So I thought, well, if it's woven, I don't have to pay too much attention to the direction. But when I was looking at the directions, and that's what I decided to use, they had you doing all these top stitches first, so they all go this way, and then you come back around and you do one diagonal stitch and weave that through. Still gives it the woven look. It's really cool. But what kind of bothers me is now, like, what I would have done is change the direction right here. I would have done all of them going this way to here, and then I would have switched it out. I'm going the other way. This is just my OCD. That, and with doing it that way, the corners are slightly different. So like, here's this corner, and then here's that corner. So there's 3 threads woven on this one, but only 1 woven on this one. You can't really tell. Again, I told you I'm not bothered enough by it to like pull it out. I did kind of like, as I was stitching it, think, is this going to really bother me? And I thought, and I'm like, just see how it looks. If I need to pull it out, it'll be easy to pull out because here are these long straight stitches. but I don't think I'm going to pull it out. I'm okay with it enough. I am still contemplating, you know, is this going to bug me? Am I going to stare at this years from now and be like, why didn't I switch the direction? You know, so we'll see if I fix it. As for the, you know, the color thing, like I just made sure that the colors that I wove had some pink in them over here. And then I kind of went with the more orangey ones over here just to kind of even it out a little bit. I'm still happy with how it looks. I think it looks really cool. I do really love these road stitches down here. They're just so buttery looking. I love big fat Rhodes stitches. That's like my favorite specialty stitch. Also, I did my Jessicas. And typically when I do Jessicas, I like to do the version where you take that last little thread, go in the hole under the threads and tuck it. Usually that's what I want to do. But there's a bead that goes on top of the hole. So I thought it don't really matter. And I'm having a hard time finding the bead that's supposed to go there. It's labeled as X, and I cannot find anything in my stash, you know, or in my kit that's labeled for that. So I'm thinking I'm going to put this little pearl on there. I think it's really pretty. It's a peach-colored Swarovski, however you want to pronounce that, pearl. And I think it looks super cool. I did pull the bead that I'm like, maybe this is what they're supposed to use, laid it down. And then I laid these down, and I definitely like this better. I think it goes very nicely with the colors, too. Also, I'm looking at the Bicones. So here's the layout I'm supposed to use here. These on the red flower are Pod Pradaja. That's kind of a difficult word to pronounce, but that's what I'm going with. So it's kind of a salmony kind of color. And then these ones are like a pinky color. Well, I wasn't digging that, you know, because I feel like it dulls the red, putting a pink crystal on it. So here's the variation I am going with. This one is a fire opal. This one's light cyan. This is one of the cubes. And then this is a rose opal. So I'm digging that way more. Also, the cube was supposed to go right here, but I'm putting the flowers there. I'm also replacing this central cube with a flower or a marguerite type crystal. So I'm just moving the cubes that were supposed to go here, and I'm moving it here because I really liked how the cube looks. There's these little metallic stitches around here, and I really liked how the cube bead looks with those sparkly stitches around it. So that's what I'm going with, and I really love this little pink opal with this colors that are over here. I think it goes so nicely, and I really love pink opal Bicones. It's just, I think they're really pretty, even though I'm not a huge pink fan, but these are just really pretty, and they go really nice on this design. I might find a few other places to put them, though this piece is very crystal heavy. I mean, as you can see, there's so many around the middle here. And then these are all called for, you know, these aren't ones that I'm adding. I am adding some in here, I've already decided, so. But anyways, and I think the next thing I'm gonna do, the hardest thing for me with stitching this mandalas is deciding which way, what to stitch next, you know, and as I'm stitching these two guys in tandem, I'm kind of picking something that I can do on one and then something I can do on the other. But right now, like, I got such satisfaction because before, when I started, I didn't have any of these specialty stitches done. I didn't have these specialty stitches done. I didn't have the Jessicas done. I had a lot of open holes. Well, I got a lot of satisfaction from filling those. So now I think I'm going to fill these little bead holes because for some reason I just beaded a little bit of the middle. I didn't do all of it. So I think I'm just going to be like, put a leash on me, bead the middle. I'm not going to put the crystals on just yet, just because they're kind of bulky. And I do need to scroll up and down a little bit more, so I don't want to be trapping them too much. So that, and I've got to order the new ones that I'm putting on here anyways. So I'm going to put a leash on me, do these beads, I think, because I'm feeling a bead fix set, and I just want to fill these little squiggly holes here. And then I think I'm going to start on the roofs, maybe. I'm going to kind of save the specialty stitches. It's funny, when I did this one, I did most of the specialty stitches first, just because I felt like it gave me a good guideline. I still have not decided if I'm back stitching the scrolly work here. I might do one and just see how I like it. I do still need to back stitch these panels too, and I am planning on doing that. I'm just not sure if I'm putting it on top of this scrolly part here. So we'll see. But anyways, that's pretty much what I'm doing here, and I just wanted to chat with y'all about it for a minute. I'm really loving how this design is coming. Like, I don't know when I'm going to switch off of it, but I am enjoying it. It's so pretty, so satisfying to work on. And I'm really excited because I need to finish a large mandala. Like, I've only done the smaller designs in Chatelaine, so I'm real excited to like finally get a full-size mandala done. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.